Mubibia kwa ba daily update TV. Send any day they can your batch na issue. Make sure so better fit on the subscribe button now for so what tap on the notification bell. Send be also so can offer the new update the good channel issue. Ama we huni cause we young Ghanaian politics. Make sure so watching tribute so the comment section ya beji na kan ewo ho enso ediama. Na so astro bi so be like video ya wo hwe na afi so wa share ediama me. Eya dia NPP fo nim ni ye pass enam so ma say Ghana no matete na pansamti enya dia Ghana fo ebeto aba ana omsade omo betina Ghana konya so bio eya dia omo nim ni nipa omo no omokoba empo aka kire omo da bia so omo mpese ombe hande power amajo Mahama eye election na ebe bibia chese nyadia Ghana fo besade Ghana konya asio omo nsabio enam ne senti sisi amene ukasai eye NDC parliamentary candidate omo parliament sika sese de ma no mo eye adwuma ehwe omo constituency mpo yemfa ma wo emom NPP fo na omo contest with that constituency mom na eye adwuma these people their constituency mo chese omo pese omo dada nipa o chese onu mom na eye adwuma na emom nipa na o hwe oye MP with that constituency de onye adwuma nioma bebre no mo de chese omo de fa judicial for so any EC eye Mahama jemensa enso so dia Ghana fo isise de yeni ada hopa yensem na de yenkuti senia MPP fo awia taso pese omo de Ghana konya emma ba omia bio na enso so Ghana fo empese ombeti ase.
It is important say ebeka the judiciary today Ekufuado NPP and the who history no me be kire mo de omo pese omo year 2024 how the NPP wants to use the judiciary to do what? To rig 2024 elections. Andrea Mekachira must say, the NPP, they have conducted about 28 surveys, research. Obo will say, there is nowhere on the planet, or on this planet, Bawumia can beat John Mahama. They know. From the Jubilee House to the EC office, they know Bawumia can never beat John Mahama on any day fair elections in Ghana. They know. And they have been told by the international, the embassies and the international community say, this election, the NDC is for them. Ekufuado has been told. He knows. But they still want a way to hold on to power. These are the people we are talking about. Mekachira must say, they want to use parliamentary elections to win the elections. They know they have lost the presidential. And the NDC parliamentarians, listen, Monkwasi Adina, Mumubi, whether we like it or not, you are the people going to represent the people. Primaries now, you have no option than to lead the people to victory. Into every NDC parliamentary candidate, as a city here, Ghana for show, you need to win your parliamentary elections. Mekachira must say NPP for episode use parliamentary elections now, Ebebaso 2024 no to rig the elections. Mekachira Mwendra say what they are going to do is say now they are putting more resource our parliamentary elections in him. They just want to take a slim lead in parliamentary elections. Now we take a slim lead now. Jane Mensah, Bosman Asari will have no option. Ekufuado will stay on them to call the elections. And that is the only bullet left for the NPP. They will stay on them. Ombe Jina almost say, call election. Every said they have taken lead in parliament. When they get 140, 141, even 139, Ekufuado will tell Jane Mensah, call the election for me. So, at this point, the NPP does not care about Bawumia. And when you look over news now, the NPP today, what did they do? The party met. And when they met, what did they discuss? NPP leadership, majority caucus, hold talks to increase parliamentary seat in 2024 elections. It is a UTSA story now. The party met today. I'm focused and they say parliamentary election also winning. And they need majority. Because when they get the majority, when they get 2 lead, 3, 4, they'll call the elections for Bawumia. Yomakacho say, to skate them so numbers now parliament in the chess lead presidential. Inti Endrana make and they meeting. And the meeting was basically to make sure they get majority in parliament. That is their focus. Bawumia or he's not sellable. They know there's nothing attractive about Bawumia. Omo say Bawumia, Ghanaians will not vote for him. But how can they make Ghanaians think, say, Omo MPs are working better than the NDC? And this is where the trick comes. NDC parliamentarians are not developing their constituencies because the NPP, almost say Ghana, the NDC parliamentarians are not getting any money to go into their constituency. Into somebody like Eugene or Jubilee House, where we sika. Eugene can come to a constituency, no abaya kwine. Into so we NDC parliamentarian, the people there will think say juma. But the real issue is Sanko for now, you are more mobile contest NDC for no. They have the money and they are going to throw the money for the people. No Ghana for not gonna say NDC for no MPs need to mean BBA. And you be na amewiye you know hohoi. And this is what they are going to do. In two months, we saw say Eugene no aba yes so abaya kwan ube won be say Jefferson Saki yes so aya kwan because they are holding the money. NDC MPs no more parliament. They are not going to get money to construct roads. It's not going to come because Abino is not releasing money. They are not going to be able to create opportunities because Abino is not releasing money. Into what is going to happen and they say NPP for now are going to sell some message in the constituencies to say Monshemu NDC for no on some call parliament no omo fashion buy but omo no must stifle omo. Omo no makati omo blood source off, and then they are pumping the money into their parliamentary candidate to go and do ya gukwan way so ya yensio way so your constituent now to one to aba obeka say oh and then mamentuma Mahama na mentuma MPP ni no afi what ma say inti wa adwene be o say adenti na mentuma Mahama na mensantuma MP na wa anya hwe no. But remember the NPP government no are deliberate. They are not going to resource the NDC for no. For the past 4 years, MP ni bienu awaye bibia sikani free government. Eye omwankasa obi te say jomoro MP no Dorcas Avotofi. Obi te say Ablakwa Haruna no. It is their personal money. It is not this government giving money to the NDC MPs to go and develop their constituencies. And their strategy from now on, and say they are going to do what? Resource a lot of these new ones and their MPs to make you think and say, oh, at the end of Crampo, they made a Mahama. Now, it's mean to mean to my NDC, you know, because strategy need to say, oh, here sit, no. And the MPP for must soft loans. They have left Bawumia. Because somebody said Bawumia rely on someone to win the election. No. Intend to come crash now, omo man crash for the soft loans. And omo catching crash for so some MP ni kwatena parliament. No. So they don't need a presidential. They need parliamentary. So on your parliamentary, they are forcing a constituency no, to be voting skirt and blouse. Anytime catch NDC MPs, say don't sit in a crowd. Go and tell the people no krene woman say wemu ebetena so no omo no mo make sure say me nya sika ma na ban na nkasa na die na waye. This is the message you need to take down there because the omo yan say right now they are going into the constituencies and giving them soft loans and doing some allo kwan bi omo yan maka say mo de mo mpe ba omia kura mo ntoma me. The omo yan say so mo nya a slight lead in parliament. They will call the elections. Into Bawumia there or just a proxy. Bawumia is under a smoke screen. They need to push a MPs to win a slight majority. Jane Mensah will have no option. They could for the big to say call the elections for me. Now, this is where it is tricky. How are they implementing this? NDC4 are distracted, almost share unnecessary things, but some too are very focused. In the strategy by na MPP ebe efaswa I implement side way. So today, Yetiani say election 2024, judiciary calls for amendment of election petition laws. You see courts no. Madam Tokonu Chief Justice da no. What is the job of the judiciary? Mr. P, Mr. S, get me the fundamental job of the judiciary. And they say court to know from the Supreme Court as suggested BB. And then the Supreme Court say almost suggested. Almost say a election na court to know, especially parliamentary election no. Almost per se ye BB found. Pay attention to this. And this is the technicalities. So I'm going to say, you perceive a winning election, the technicalities are. You see what the Supreme Court or the court is putting up there. No? You see what the court is putting out there. Say some way, say NPP bekan because say hey, on person regular elections, no. Say National Peace Council because hey, Peace Council for your politics, yeah. Say any other institution to say easy ever raise the side issue, say oh, this is what they are suggesting because hey, they are doing politics. Now it is the judiciary. Now Akufo-Addo is bypassing all these obvious names: NPP, EC, National Peace Council, and Catholic bishops. He has bypassed all of these people and will shed the third arm of government, a court in Ichi. And then the court in suggest Ghana for say, oh, election 2024, no, a parliamentary election, no, almost per se amend BB. They are doing politics. But on say, oh, here's story because say the court is not partisan. The court is partisan. The judiciary, led by Tokonu, it is 100% partisan. They are doing the bidding for the NPP. Now, Yankonko Tie, the reason why the judiciary say ende 2024 Abane Kotono, they want an amendment to be done on the parliamentary side. Momi Tie, Yaba Metrawa Debi.
If this proposal by the Judiciary Service Election Management Committee goes through, it will mean any petitioner going forward in any parliamentary election will have only 7 days from the day of declaration of results to file a case. His Lordship Justice Bafoboni, chairman of the Judiciary Election Management Committee, says this will save cost and time at the courts.
We are proposing that the PNDC law 284 section 26 should be repealed and or amended, and then it may be a new law altogether governing parliamentary elections. Procedure is set out completely in a new law. CI 47 provides that appearance shall be filed within 8 days and defense filed within 14 days. So a respondent seeking to delay the process actually has 22 days within which to file a response. This is too long.
In reaction to this proposal, some political parties are kicking strongly against it.
I'm still up to the 21 days. I strongly believe that the 21 days is what we need. I mean, putting up a very solid petition requires and entails a lot of diligent work. You just don't want to put anything there and then use amendment to beef it up. No. If you are going, you are going. If you are not going, you are not going.
7 days is a bit too short if you ask me, because for those of us who have been doing this thing for a while, yes, people think that it is just easy to put stuff together to contest an election petition, but you should take into consideration that this is an election which has been fought and won by a particular candidate, and you want to reverse that decision. 7 days is just too short, in my candid opinion, to be able to file a petition, taking the dynamics and the issues that are involved holistically. 7 days is a bit too short.
Introducing new evidence on appeal is a very tough hurdle. It is only in a minority of cases that it is allowed. But in this law, that can be relaxed a bit, that in election petitions, such fraudulent activities on opponents can be brought even after the 7 days has lapsed.
But the Electoral Commission has assured that the bottlenecks will be addressed. Dr. Bosman Asare is Deputy Director in charge of corporate services at the EC.
Of the constituency declares is final. That's why when you have any issue with it, we at the head office cannot even alter it unless you use the legal process. So it's final. Those people have been given the writ from the chairperson to conduct the elections in that particular constituency. So once they declare it's final in that constituency, they only announce the presidential results in that constituency. But for the parliamentary, by law, they declare the winner.
Meanwhile, the National Peace Council, which is the arbiter in this consensus building engagement with the political parties, is optimistic the new proposal will mitigate any eventuality from the upcoming election. Dr. Ernest Edujemfi is chairman of the National Peace Council.
I think, like they've already indicated, for every election they do a publication, and then next publication is coming out in about August. And so they will incorporate most of these things that we have discussed here into that publication and make them available. As they've said, it's free, so anybody can obtain a copy and know what exactly is happening in terms of how election adjudication processes are going.
The time frame for parliamentary petition cases in the proposal by the Judicial Service has been pegged at 15 weeks for adjudication. There was no emphasis on presidential election petition because the Judicial Service says the provision on that is entrenched. Samuel Mbura, Joy News.
So, Rafa utie ni nyina no, yefre bibi eye Judicial Election Management Committee. Omo judge for the election judiciary omo court no yasi your committee bi wo ho. Now omo has some of the abeto one say omo de omo suggest say parliamentary elections no sanke to abani wie 7 December 7th ye to wie na say we parliamentarian now will lose elections na o 7 days per file case court. See, almost say, about presidential they are entrenched and emre kutemuda bambi almost person de monsabeka. But when we say a parliamentarian de de ombetimi de monsaka anka Ghana anka yema ye ho kwan na ye mfa nsanka. If we say the omo hu say e was say anka ye kan parliamentary ni wie pe na say ebia ye ba constituency e say Techiman South ni e bonipa en wotwetuo nipa 92 ya betete box a ballot papers nim e yeskata si wo ha almost say o in nanson e wo say utumi file with evidence nyina na wo prove say NPP ni na the police for the soldier for be born call for to etete ballot papers na e corrupt EC official ni declare man no e wo say utumi this 7 days e keka won krata ni with evidence nyina si ani na be prove court. And your Busa Peace Council. Pay you know down. Or see where they send Kenya Bonnie. Or say, oh, where they easy. Ninyan say, you know, in this so. Into your two abani na, into your Kojina Bantama, near Boom for, and I say, ye banum chagum, na say, Nipana all contest as and so watching or resi issue say, Oma Kongu say, ya Tom printing by 20,000, 40,000, Oma ko record it, Oma will send to Kesi, I think Omo gather Numania, you see, our air 7 days, 7 days, you know, when to me and file it, Sadian or court say, or say a bottom cotono, Bibia Bawa, as and so watching we you see, a very big Judicial Election Management Committee. Omo yempeni for omo koda dwene ye no ene no mu hu ni se be boa Ghana me ka kire o ye busa bo
me do wasi bebre sa oje bre na wo di hwe video ntia ye NPP for ana eja unhu ya achese omo ye de umbetim bia because omo nim se ade ase de ba omi agina ha ne John Dramani Mahama agina ha Ghana for be fa John Dramani Mahama but ba omi ani hwe a wo de boa Ghana for oni bibia o de bebuaga entronko ano meka kire o se pese unya subscribe video ya eso so be kono ko subscribe ya mami na finish WhatsApp on the notification me so na be also so all the new update ya de beto channel so mo e be see here de ene macro